Everyone knows about Recycling Day. It's been part of our weekly routine for decades. When the program was launched in the 90s, Quebec decided to collect all recyclables in a single stream mode, meaning that all materials go in the same bin to be sorted out later. The province has then seen an explosion in the volume of collection, but some advocates say that quantity doesn't reflect the quality of our recycling system.
It's been more than 20 years since recycling exists, and people still put a little bit of anything in the bin. And that creates a lot of problems at the sorting center where they have to untangle all of that, and ultimately it affects the quality of the materials. Often materials are no longer recyclable because they are contaminated by other materials.
Once they have been collected, materials are transported to one of the city's sorting centers. Using complex machinery as well as manual handpicking, materials are separated and compressed into ballots. Those are then sold through brokers to businesses that have a use for them. If contamination rates are too high, the ballots can't re-enter our circular economy and are being sent abroad.
In the 2000s, we turned towards exporting mainly to Asia. A paper mill in Quebec wants to buy fiber. It doesn't want to buy fiber with 20% contamination. What's the point of recycling if we don't know what we're going to do with it?
Currently, there are no official numbers on where the ballots are being shipped, and this lack of transparency has led to abuse by some of the private companies who operate the sorting centers. In March of 2022, an investigation by Montreal's Inspector General revealed that Ricova, who at the time operated 2 sorting centers on the island, withheld at least $1 million of profits.
If we want transparency and we want accountability, it has to start with the administration, and the administration has to demand that from the contractors that they're working with, because at the end of the day, Montrealers are paying for these services.
In October, Ricova was kicked out of management of the Lachine plant in favor of Société Via, a private non-profit that promotes the hiring of people with functional limitations. Machines run 16 hours a day with maintenance being done at night. 98 tons of materials are sorted through every year, those of about 1 million Montrealers. The director, Maxime Moison, says that the MPO chooses to sell 90% of its outgoing product within Canada and aims to limit foreign exports.
What we've been doing for the past few months here is focusing on better products so that someone can raise their hand and say, well, I'll take it.
But that requires the help from both producers and consumers.
It's the entire consumption cycle that needs to be considered. Product and container makers need to think about the design of a product, its shape, size, color, material. All of these things will make it easier to sort and make sure that it doesn't slip through the cracks of the process. There are outcomes for the majority of materials in Quebec if those who are willing to receive them accept the quality that we produce. Understanding the process, understanding how it works, these small actions make our work easier for us here and therefore for sorting.
From Montreal for the City magazine, I'm Ivan de Jacquelin.